We did it. 100 SCPs. I feel like I ran a marathon or something. Do I get a special ribbon? Maybe they'll let me be a D-class test subject for fun. Either way, we're gonna have to keep this going on forever and ever, I guess. I might even become anomalous at this point. It's a sacrifice I am willing to make for all of you. What's 9 plus 10? Hello horror heads, and welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos. I'm your horror host, Keegan Hughes, and today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 scary SCP monsters that can never escape, part 21. Before we get started, we've got an exciting message from today's sponsor, World of Warships. This game is the perfect blend of action and strategy. If you consider yourself a thinker, this is the game for you. World of Warships lets you step in as the commander of a massive fleet of iconic warships as you wage war against other players. You can unlock all sorts of new ships like the USS Indianapolis in order to take over the seas. Each battle is full of wicked details, allowing you to control the ships in real-to-life scenarios. With each battle having unique weather effects and new content being added each week, you and your friends will always have fresh missions to complete. Come join over 30 million players in this exciting free-to-play game. If you use the special code READYFORBATTLE2020, you can snag some wicked bonus goodies too, including 700 doubloons, 7 days of premium membership, 1 million credits, 2 port slots, and 2 premium ships. The USS Charleston with Stars and Stripes custom camo, and the Japanese ship Ishizuchi with the Lunar Warrior custom camo. You can find links to all of this World of Warships wickedness in the description. Perfect. Let's see some SCPs. Coming in at number 5, we've got SCP-667. One off from 666. Being that close to devilry can't be good for anyone. No demons or Lucifer Juniors here though, just some real deadly vines and the fairies who love to feed them. 667 is a symbiotic pairing between 2 anomalous species, a colony of flowering vines known as 667-1 and a species of flying insect humans known as 667-2. The vines are the big bads here, resembling kudzu plants but growing way faster. However, they need a steady source of nutrition to keep this accelerated growth up, and they're not looking for just water and sunshine either. After laying roots pretty much anywhere, they can grow over 2.5 meters per day. The fuel behind said rapid expansion? Large mammals, humans included. If the vines come across any immobile animal, whether they're sleeping, paralyzed, or dead, they will grow around and through them. It can get pretty gruesome. Ever read The Ruins? Kind of like that. To make matters worse, a lot of creatures find it impossible to avoid the deadly plants. You would think that you could just walk away from them and everything would be okay, but that's where 667-2 comes in. These tiny little fairy things fly around in hypnotic swarms. Anyone or anything that looks at the firefly-like congregations will enter a trance of sorts and follow the fairies back to the vines. Once mesmerized, people will just sit and watch these things until they die of dehydration or vine disembowelment. A whole lot of folks went missing in a short time in the area, leading the Foundation to take action. What they found was pretty disturbing. They can't really get rid of everything or relocate all the plants and fairies, so they've just set up a perimeter and are hoping nothing gets out. Coming in at number 4, we got SCP-1875. I never thought a chess-playing automaton might be terrifying, but here we are. This Victorian-era machine is made up of 4 parts: a steel chessboard table, complete with drive shaft and electromagnets, an entire chess set carved from human bones, a steam engine meant to spin the drive shaft, and a suit of creepy samurai armor that acts as a performance prop. Of course, human bone chess pieces are pretty gnarly, but it doesn't stop there. The bones seem to belong to the twin daughters of a Russian chess prodigy, and the drive shaft seems to be connected to a partially biological system that runs on these same twins' brain tissue. Oof. The automaton plays chess pretty well and even has 5 settings to compete with. As the levels go up, so does this machine's chess-playing acumen. However, when researchers cranked it up to level 5, strange things started happening. The metallic game players started making illogical and illegal moves at that point, even damaging some of the pieces while performing them. This prompted the researchers to shut it down for the time being. After the shutdown though, everyone involved received an email from an unknown source. Included in the message was an image file portraying 2 girls with distorted faces and an executable file in Russian that seemed to impart anomalous mimetic effects on the picture. The longer a person looks at this photo, the more strange symptoms crop up. At first, they'll feel mild anxiety. At 15 minutes, headaches and elevated body temperatures are reported. 2 hours in, people will feel restless and suffer from insomnia and hallucinations involving childlike laughter. 7 hours after exposure, the subject will be conscious but unresponsive, and at 11 hours, they will appear to have a moment of lucidity when they ask to use the computer with which the image was accessed. 12 hours in, and they begin to self-mutilate, and at 14, well, that's redacted. All I wanted wanted was to play some chess with undead Russian geniuses. Is that too much to ask? Coming in at number 3, we've got SCP-3922. This SCP is kind of like an anomalous content filter that ruins anything that you try to watch. Well, anything depicting crime or immoral behavior, which is the only kind of content worth watching anyways. 3922 is a metallic cylinder with 3 moons engraved on the side, described as some kind of morality filter for TV by the original owner selling it at a garage sale. If you put it near a TV or computer, it will alter all of the media played through the devices. Usually this means inserting new characters wearing padded combat uniforms and gas masks. These additional actors will take it upon themselves to prevent and punish any crime that might be committed. The severity of this punishment tends to reflect the rating of the media. If it's G-rated, somebody might get arrested or restrained. If it's R-rated, you might get some flesh mulching followed by forced auto-cannibalism. Really, it's a toss-up. They'll also take the form of whatever media that they're in, appearing to be animated in whatever style the world around them is. All things considered, these moon riot police just ruin everything and anything. In Disney's Pinocchio, they show up and arrest all the adults for the various crimes they committed. They even take down the Blue Fairy for unlicensed animation of plant tissue. Pinocchio himself is taken aside and told that real boyhood is subjective. Fascinating watch, of course. Another movie that the Foundation tested was Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight. Here we watch the Joker get beheaded before he can do anything, and Batman is arrested for 39 counts of extortion. Exciting. Testing it on Kubrick's A Clockwork Orange, we lose the plot during the infamous break and enter scene, as all the gang members get restrained, brought into an open field, and executed by firing squad. This takes 3 hours, and then the movie ends. Seems like we're missing a lot of the entertainment value here, eh? Anything that is altered by this SCP will end with the title card displaying the 3 moon insignia and a message reading, "You are watched, you are protected, you are loved." Which is nice and all, but sometimes I just want to watch some lunatics running around being terrible. Coming in at number 2, we've got SCP-578. You've heard of blood diamonds, but wait until you see blood opals. Yeah, these aren't mined from the earth at great human expense. They're made of actual human blood. 578 itself is a colorless, odorless liquid consisting of water, silicon, and an unknown enzyme. It acts up when put in contact with human blood. The liquid will spread through the red stuff by way of rapid diffusion and cause a clotting cascade. This results in the crystallization of the blood. I would recommend only doing this to blood that is outside of the body, as letting it touch blood that is still circulating around would be pretty catastrophic. There's a crystallized cardiovascular system somewhere out there, and I don't want to think about how that came to be. Once the blood hardens, it results in a bright red opalescent stone. They can be handled without protective gear, as it seems that only the liquid on its own will cause anomalous effects. Apparently the solution was engineered by Marshall, Carter, and Dark with the express purpose of designing luxury jewelry. Gross. They claim that they have an aura of rejuvenation and regeneration and make a perfect gift. Tell me, does anyone want crystallized blood as a necklace or a ring? Actually, knowing most folks is probably in pretty high demand. And finally, at number 1, we've got SCP-354. Another very red SCP. This blood pond doesn't actually have anything to do with blood. It just looks like it. The Foundation has a tight perimeter surrounding this pool of red liquid in northern Canada. Every once in a while, strange entities will emerge from the fluid and try to escape. Most of these creatures are violent and dangerous. Many different accounts have been given, with a wide variety of shapes and sizes emerging. There was a giant bat, a bear-sized echidna, a 5-meter humanoid reptile, and even octopus tentacles that pulled D-class subjects into the pool. Most of these things were bulletproof and took a lot of effort to control, let alone take down. One particularly interesting instance involved 2 feline-like creatures emerging, one made of ice and one made of magma. The ice cat was eventually destroyed by the magma one, which then cooled down and became a hardened statue of sorts. For a while, the Foundation relied on Able to fight and neutralize a lot of these creatures coming out, but eventually they just resorted to covering the pool with a big concrete slab. After a long period of inactivity, they sent a team to drain the pond. The people found themselves unable to drain it, claiming that it wouldn't let them. They reported back that the pool was growing, and it was mad. I wonder what'll crawl out of the ooze next. Holy moly, let's not let these guys roam free. Or fall into the hands of the general public if it's not sentient. Keep up the good work, eh folks? What did you think of the list? Which SCP is your favorite? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more slobbery ones from the top 5 Siren Head games that will terrify you. Burrito Rico says, everybody gangsta till you hear your dad saying, "Son, I have milk in the woods." The milk isn't so scary. If he had cigarettes, that'd be a whole other story. Hatel says, Siren Head dating sim sounds like a good way to get tetanus. Only if you let Siren Head touch you. If you take him on a nice, pure first date, there won't be any trouble. XX Fallen Angel 1 asks, is it strange these videos help me sleep? Maybe just a little considering the subject matter, but I'm glad our content soothes your soul. Raquel Patterson says, hey Keegan, there are river sharks, bull sharks, you weren't lying. True, I hadn't thought of that, although I doubt we would have seen any bull sharks in rural Ontario. David R says, Jaws. Da-da. Da-dum. That's all the time we have for today. Before I fire a Springfield across the Midland City skyscape, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more infinite insanity. Thanks again to World of Warships for sponsoring today's video. Make sure to check out the links in the description to get playing today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.